What would happen if all humans suddenly disappeared from Earth? At first, it would feel unreal. The world would keep moving for a few moments, machines still running, wheels still turning, as if refusing to believe we were gone. Cars still in motion would swerve off the roads, planes mid-flight would lose control, falling from the sky. Fires would spark where engines crash and fuel ignites. Then, silence. A silence so heavy, it would feel alive. Within 24 hours, power plants would shut down. Electricity grids would fail, and lights across the world would flicker out, leaving cities in complete darkness for the first time in centuries. The only lights left would be from the stars, a night sky brighter than most humans have ever seen. After a few days, subway systems would flood. Pumping stations that keep water out would stop working, and tunnels would fill with dark, stagnant water. Domesticated animals would roam confused, while deer, foxes, and wolves would begin entering the cities we once ruled. Within a week, food in supermarkets would rot. Pets trapped indoors would starve, and most farm animals wouldn't survive without human care. But in the wild, life would begin to adapt. Birdsong would slowly replace the noise of traffic. The earth would start to breathe again. By the first few weeks, nature would begin its quiet takeover. Plants would crack through asphalt. Vines would climb walls and wrap around streetlights. Grass would cover the empty highways. Cities would start to look less like monuments and more like ruins, swallowed by green. After a month, the world would begin to change in ways we couldn't stop, even if we came back. Nuclear power plants would overheat without humans to cool them. Some would melt down, spreading radiation across their regions. Others would seal themselves under layers of ash and time, marking the last traces of human technology on a living Earth. A year later, satellites would begin to fall. Without humans to correct their orbits, they'd spiral down toward Earth, burning bright as they tore through the atmosphere. One by one, fading into streaks of light across the sky. Now the skies would finally be quiet. No planes, no signals, no trails of smoke. Only clouds and silence above a world that had moved on. Within a decade, nature would dominate. The air would be cleaner. Forests would spread across what were once suburbs and industrial zones. Elephants might wander where parking lots once stood. The ocean would begin to heal, coral reefs regrowing, fish returning as the planet resets its rhythm. 2 centuries later, the world would be unrecognizable. Skyscrapers collapsed, bridges fallen, roads erased under soil and roots. Only traces of metal and plastic would hint that humans were ever here. The Earth would have erased most of our noise, but not all our impact. 15,000 years from now, stone monuments like the pyramids or Mount Rushmore might still endure. Weathered, half-buried, but standing. Everything else? Gone. Even our cities would exist only as faint outlines beneath the soil, like fossils of a civilization that once thought it was eternal. And millions of years later, even those monuments would crumble. Erosion, tectonic shifts, and time would grind them into dust. Mountains would rise, oceans would move, continents would drift. The Earth would completely forget us. 50 million years from now, there would be no roads, no buildings, no sign we were ever here. Just forests, oceans, and life, thriving, evolving, and moving on. A planet alive, at peace, without humans.